Welcome to today's deep dive. We are really glad to have you with us because today we're exploring a deeply personal, really sensory-rich account of a massive life transition.
Yeah, a journey from a quiet, rural Kenyan village straight into the overwhelming sprawl of Nairobi.
Exactly. And our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack this.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, a simple travelogue.
Yeah. Right.
It's this incredible story of how a rigid kind of bottleneck education system forced a young man to make a huge life choice.
Mm-hmm. And crucially, how his mother's sheer resourcefulness is actually what made that leap possible in the first place.
Yes, because for rural youth in this era, a single trip to the city wasn't just like a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. It was a fundamental transformation of identity. It completely reshaped their future prospects.
It's just wild to think about. I mean, imagine your entire future depends on a single job interview. And you have absolutely no money. Interview is in a massive city you've never been to. And just to catch the bus, you have to walk like 17 kilometers on dirt paths.
Yes. While carrying untastes.
Who carrying?
While carrying a live chicken, no less.
Right.
The live chicken. We'll definitely get to that because it's such a fascinating detail. But before this journey even happens, we really need to understand the pressure this young guy was under.
Right.
The stakes.
Right.
You have to understand the intense academic pressure cooker he was trying to escape.
Yes.
Because the education system in Kenya at this time was, frankly, pretty ruthless.
It was famously ruthless. So students progressed from primary school to secondary school, which culminated in what they called ordinary level or Form 4.
Okay. Form 4, yeah.
And if you did well there, you could theoretically move on to advanced level, which is Form 6. And then maybe, just maybe, to university.
Yeah. Which, I mean, on paper, that sounds like a standard progression. You pass your tests, you move up the ladder.
On paper, sure.
Yeah.
But the physical reality of the infrastructure was a completely different story. At this specific point in time, there are only 2 universities in the entire country. Wait, just 2?
But I John Gaud.
2 universities for the whole nation.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Just 2 institutions to take in the intellectual output of an entire country's youth.
Yeah.
That completely changes the math.
It really does.
It's like a game of musical chairs,
Right.
where the music plays for 2 extra years,
Right.
but they remove 99% of the chairs before the music even stops.
Right.
That is a perfect analogy. Actually, going to A-levels, spending 2 extra years in Form 6, it was a huge gamble.
Because it's an impossibly narrow funnel.
Yeah, exactly. It was a classic bottleneck model dictated by post-colonial infrastructure limits.
Yeah.
The competition was just straight up survival of the fittest.
So you could do everything right and still lose.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A student talent.
Oh, yeah.
A student could excel in Form 4, spend 2 grueling years in Form 6, and still not get one of those incredibly rare university spots. And if that happened, they were left with virtually nothing.
Yeah.
Just 2 years of lost income.
Yes.
Which makes the narrator's dilemma in the source material so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because he actually performs well in Form 4, right?
He does very well.
He gets an invitation letter to join Form 6 at a highly prestigious school, but he turns it down. He does, I think.
Yeah.
And what really stands out is his childhood dream.
Yeah.
He specifically talks about wanting to be a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
He wanted to wear the overalls and the protective helmet, like those symbols of modern industry.
Right, the hard heart.
Yeah. So why on earth would he turn down a prestigious path that might lead to that dream just to settle for a teaching diploma?
Well, it comes down to the harsh reality of navigating systemic poverty. It requires this massive pivot from idealism to intense pragmatism.
Yeah.
Because the engineering degree requires surviving that impossible university bottleneck you mentioned.
Exactly. Whereas the narrator had this other option. He could join the S1 science teacher training program at the Kenya Science Teachers College.
Let's clarify that term real quick because the sources mentioned it a lot. What exactly is S1?
So S1 wasn't just a random label. It was a specific government classification. It stood for the highest grade of non-graduate teachers in the country. It was a specialized 2-year program. It didn't have the prestige of a university degree, sure, but it offered something way more valuable for rural youth.
A guaranteed job?
Yes, a guaranteed fast-tracked route to stable employment.
he takes the guaranteed seat now rather than risking standing later.
Yeah.
I mean, it completely reshapes how we view his ambition.
He's not giving up at all. He is making a highly strategic calculation to ensure his survival.
And it wasn't just economic, right?
Yeah.
And
No, not entirely. He had a really deep, genuine respect for the S1 teachers back in his rural school.
Yeah.
They were the ones who actually made him fall in love with science.
oh, wow. That's a great connection. Yeah.
But maybe the heaviest factor was familial duty. By taking a 2-year guaranteed employment path, he would quickly relieve his parents of his school fees.
Which frees up the money for his younger siblings to go to school. Yeah.
Exactly. The individual dream of the engineering helmet is sacrificed for the collective survival of the family.
Man, that is heavy.
Yeah.
But there was also a geographic incentive here, right? The Kenya Science Teachers College was in Nairobi.
The city in the sun, yes. For a young man whose entire life had been defined by village boundaries, the prospect of moving to the capital was just intoxicating.
Nairobi was like modernity and speed.
Endless possibility.